So, as you are aware, I made a video about how working at Target is absolutely awful and management there are complete
Why? For what? What is that gonna do?
So I literally just got fired. So I went in and, clocked in. I got my device, my walkie and everything ready to start the day. And then
After you just talked trash about your company online, I want to remind you that Target is in the midst of whatever this is, fighting for their lives. Their sales have been dwindling. I think they fired their CEO, and you're going to make a video pouring onto it. What are you thinking?
The closing team leads or whatever, he goes up to me and goes, "Can I snag you for a second?" So I'm like, okay, it's about the video. I'm fired, I don't give a shit. I really don't care to work here because the people here are awesome. Actually, one of them is not, but majority, everybody's awesome. The management are the ones that are absolutely awful. And it's like a clique there where it's corrupt. Basically, they're all friends and whatever they do doesn't matter because they're not gonna lose their job. So I get called in and I sit down and then he's like, "It's been made aware that there was a video that you made on TikTok about Target or whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, what about it?" He's like, "That's fine, but so in my video, I said that my team lead,
And how long did it take him to find this video? Because it sounds like a quick turnaround.
He's gay, and then I proceed to say that's fine. But at the end of the day, because he's for the girls, and I said that's fine. Never was rude or anything about it. But I said at the end of the day, he's still a man talking to a woman this way. That was my point. And then also proceed to say that he was talking shit about me to one of my coworkers who has an autistic daughter, which these are all facts. I'm saying I've been so nice to that daughter, and there's people that
Facts according to you.
are mean as shit to her and talk shit and everything. The point was that I've always been a friend to her, and it was really shit that the mom of her was talking shit about me to my team lead whenever, I've been nothing but great to them. That's the two main points that apparently they had an issue with that I mentioned in my video.
Well, so you got fired because of workplace drama. That's why you got fired. Workplace drama. This is foolishness. This is workplace gossip, and it doesn't make the company look good. It's just, why would you get fired over this? It's petty stuff. You didn't have to make a video about this, but because you guys think that your life is extremely important, then here you go, right? Just doing things and saying things online that probably you should, if you're going to talk about this, talk about this with your parents. You could talk about this with some of your work coworkers. I wouldn't advise that, but if you guys want to do that, maybe that would have been a better idea. Posting online and thinking that people are not going to find out about it, especially major corporations like Target who live online. They have social media managers. They have whole teams to search for this type of content. And surprise, surprise, they found it. So apparently the context for this video is that she's showing clothes that she had no business showing. And once again, the social media team got wind of it and they fired her. And the worst part about it is you don't have to do this.
Yeah. I get like that. Yeah.
This might have been a new drop that they were doing, honestly. And they didn't want anybody to know. They just wanted to
Like that.
kind of get your opinion.
So, fun fact, they don't let you keep the freebies. How do I know? Because they made me give it back after they fired me for that TikTok.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if she's ever going to say why she got fired, but when, especially working with big brands like this, you have to be careful. You have to make sure You can post whatever. Because I think on one of those TikToks or one of those scenes, she said, this is basic. We need you to influence people to buy our stuff. Why would you say our stuff is basic? They're not going to buy it. You're not a good rep. Well, I would be lying. Well, then send it back and only take the stuff that you want to wear. What are you doing? Here we go again. Oh, don't do that.
TikTok got me fired. A
I
couple
know.
weeks ago, I started.
No. TikTok didn't get you fired. You got you fired. They say outright, whether you agree with it, whether I agree with it, they say, do not share salaries. Don't do it. I mean, this is easy stuff.
Sent that video to corporate and got me fired. Thank you. And I know that everybody is going to see this video too, and that's okay. I'm not going to say anything wrong. Did I realize that what I was saying in that video was going to lead to this? No, I would have never done that. But it seems like with my life, no matter how hard I try, I end up shut up. But I know that everything happens for a reason, and I may not.
You're right about that. If you're out here talking about stuff that makes the company look bad and they catch wind of it, which I think she's referring to the Charlie Kirk incident and her talking about that in a negative way that she probably shouldn't have been talking about, that's probably what's going to happen to you. If they catch wind of this, you making them look bad, what do you think is going to come next?
Not know right now what that reason is, but eventually God will reveal that to me. I love helping addicts. I love helping people. This job stressed me the out some days, but I didn't care because it was worth it because I was helping people. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. My daughter is about to go to college, and I don't know now how I'm going to pay for that. But I know that I'll figure it out. And if you want to send this video to corporate too, that's fine. But to anybody that creates content, if you work at a treatment facility, if you work in healthcare, watch what you say very carefully.
I don't know why that had to be said. As an adult, with a child, you should already be doing that. That should already be automatic. You have little ears, little eyes, little mouths all around you. You have a child, man. Well, I mean, you have a kid. Well, your kid's grown, but the point still remains. At some point in time, that was a baby. Wait, I'm not going to say this because I don't want you to hear it. I'm not going to do this because I don't want you to see it. Right? And there are some things I don't want to hear coming out of your mouth. Okay? That's it. If you're of age to where you know what you're not supposed to be doing, what you're not supposed to be saying. If you have a child that's going to college, even if you had the child, let's say 15 years old, that child is now 17 or 18 years old, getting ready to go to college. So 17 years later, you're past 30. You're 30 something years old. There's no excuse
To do in this life. I don't know where I'm supposed to be. I am trying to follow the path that I thought God had for me and wanted for me, but I just keep getting thrown different ways. Maybe I make stupid decisions. Yes.
Maybe I do.
Y'all, yes, I'm in the bathroom, but no, I'm not using it. I'm about to get in the shower. But listen, I have to tell y'all this. I just watched a video of this girl.
Before she gets to talking, take note of her nails. Take note of her hair. Even if you don't think that it looks good, her nails are done on Section 8. Take note of that.
Listen, I have to tell y'all this. I just watched a video of this girl. Her and her boyfriend done broke up, and she was on Section 8. He done went to Section 8 and told Section 8 that he lived there. They asked him, did he have proof? And he pulled out a piece of mail that he had got sent there. Like, so they terminated her. She has 24 hours to get out. Listen, y'all ladies that got Section 8 and y'all got kids, that's your livelihood. You can't be letting these randoms come in there and jeopardize that.
But that's not your livelihood. That's an aid. That's an aid to help you out. This is why y'all are where you are. This is the type of stuff that they keep on telling us is a lot better than men. Is this what y'all are going to college to learn? You can't be serious.
That. And she on there crying like, oh, she don't know what she gonna do. She don't know where she gonna go.
Get a job.
Like, you had a place to go. He a man. You should have been going over his house to kick it with him, and then you go home. I don't know what they be thinking.
I don't know what you're thinking. Y'all are of the same mind, and that's of a bum. Straight up. End of story. Like, you guys, instead of going and getting a job, y'all will sit up here and try to live off the government for years on end. Are you serious?
And then too, I know, women want to have they dudes with them and stuff like that. So, but the thing is, you on Section 8. You supposed to be like, baby, you can't get no mail sent here. You know what I'm saying? You can stay here all you want to because they ain't gonna come and check. But you can't get no mail here. Y'all don't be thinking. Use your brain. Damn.
14-day eviction, non-curable, on a Section 8 voucher due to clutter. Let's talk about it. First, I want to say I'm a single mom of 3, and I have gone above and beyond to try to turn...
That sounds like your house. It sounds like you're a hoarder. In the place that you're living, you're making that place look bad. It's almost like an HOA. It's almost like if this is the case, you think that you can just mess up these people. You're not the only tenant. They still have to have people coming in. Does that make sense to you? They still have to bring in business. You're not their only source of revenue and income. It seems like you guys don't understand
my
that.
life around. Previously made poor decisions due to just chaos and dysfunction as a child, and I've been trying to break generational cycles for the past 7-8 years. Section 8. So moving forward, I moved into an apartment complex on a housing choice voucher, Section 8, in Knoxville, Tennessee. And I moved in and received my keys. I got notice, I think February 10th, got the keys on February 12th.
Right.
Because I have created these boundaries between myself and my family. I honestly have nobody. I literally have nobody but a handful of people. And those handful of people have jobs and were only able to help me move at certain times due to their job. Moving forward, I was not able to get all the heavy stuff moved into my apartment until March, give or take, around that time. So I had purchased moving bags, totes, duffel bags, a lot of them. And I was able to at least move those because I could carry them on my back. It was a lot easier. My neighbors can verify all this. I have video and pictures to verify all this. Everything I sit here and say, it's verifiable, it's factual. I have proof of. I'm not about to sit here and put all my business out here just to be laughed at. I feel like this is completely and utterly unfair. It's discrimination and it's retaliation. I received my first lease violation March 5th for housekeeping. Make it make sense. That's what I mean, housekeeping.
Well, let me help you out. Your house is dirty. Your place is dirty. You're not keeping it clean. There's plenty of people, plenty of places. If you go, the apartment complex is going to have a problem with you if the trash can isn't a certain way. If you don't bring your trash can in by a certain time, if your trash looks a certain way, you can only have so many bags out. If a valet trash is coming to pick it up, hey, here's where you put your trash. Hey, don't put furniture over here. There's certain things that you still have to do regardless of if you're on Section 8 or not. You're a grown up. Come on now. I mean, you learn these things in elementary school. Learn how to follow directions.
So the property manager was new, and she came in, did a walkthrough. Granted, I wasn't even here when the violation was sat on my door.
It doesn't matter. They own the apartment. You don't seem to understand that. So they can, for all intents and purposes, whether you like it or not, darn near any case, they can have access to that apartment.
I was still staying with a friend because my kids did not have beds yet, and I think it's called Sleep in Heavenly Peace, came out and donated beds, and I believe that happened the last week of February. I should have had it set out, but
Cool.
I do have a timeline of all this, again, proof. So, anyways, they gave me 14 days to cure it, which I did, and I honestly should have contested it, which I tried to with the previous property manager because she was promoted to regional property manager. So anyways, moving forward, she told me that I have to follow the rules, blah, blah, blah. Well, I've tried to explain to them that I have a child who is disabled and is going through a hard time right now. She has severe behavioral and emotional issues, and that I am on the waiting list to be seen, to get her evaluated, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? So anyways, we went through all that. They came back and did their inspection. I guess, whatever. I had everything cleaned up, thank God.
So I guess the tie-in here is that my daughter is giving me, she has a lot of stuff that's going on, so I haven't had time to really clean up and keep this place tidy like I probably should. Like I know that I should. It is what it is. That might be a legit reason, but they're not going to really let you off because you're signing the contract and you're saying, basically, when I come here, even with all of this stuff happening, then I'm able to manage that. That's what you're saying.
God, and that went on, and whatever. So then, come July, July, just a few weeks ago, I received a door notice saying that maintenance was coming through to check on the AC or whatever. It wasn't no inspection, but it was like coming in to change out the AC filters and whatever, right? Next thing I know, I received another lease violation due to housekeeping.
Door was locked.
And I think they're trying to say unsanitary conditions or whatever. And don't get me wrong, my room wasn't a hot mess because I was going through all of our clothes and trying to organize and get ready for school and trying to see what sizes fit, whatever. Yes, it was cluttered. Again, I was homeless before this. Okay, I didn't have anybody helping me when we had to move out of our old shithole apartment before, and I literally was like tossing stuff in.
I hope you're noticing by now that it's always an excuse. Always. It's never, let me go ahead and figure out a way to get it done. It's never, hey mom, can I drop the kids over with you, or hey dad, or hey friend, do you mind looking after the kids for maybe an hour or so? I really need to get in here and focus and get this house clean. Like, they're hitting me with violations left and right, talking about housekeeping. Oh, girl, they're tripping. Yeah, I know it, but let me go ahead and clean up my house. Okay, well, let me know if you need anything. All right, cool, I will. Going in there, maybe ordering something to eat, turning on some music, and getting as far as you can get. And then once again, you might have to do it again. Okay, let me see if I can hit it. You might leave your kids over your parents' house for the weekend and just really work 2 or 3 hours to see what you can get done. And then maybe later on, another 2 or 3 hours or an hour or so. And then go to sleep, get up, do the same thing that afternoon. Go get your kids, and you're in a much better place than you were a couple of days ago.
And like homeless for 7-8 months. Again, I was trying to break generational cycles, trying to get away from a negative family and all that.
Okay.
It was very chaotic, dysfunctional, and I am doing the best that I can with the resources that I have. So now that I'm doing that and trying to, put one foot forward, I'm getting punished for it. I'm at my wit's end. I have lost 40 pounds within the past year because of the stress that I'm dealing with.
No, you're not getting punished for that. You're getting punished. There's consequences for not keeping your place tidy. They already gave you a violation for it because they walked in and said this is too dirty. And I'd like to know where this is, because some apartments are a little bit more strict than others. You want nice things, you have to keep the place nice. That's what some people don't understand about luxury. They'll go out and buy a car. And I'm not saying that you live in a luxury apartment. I'm just making a point. They'll go out and buy like a luxury car, and then they'll scoff at the maintenance on it. Well, you bought the car. You already know what they're going to be. Even if they're right or whatever, it doesn't matter. You bought the car. You bought the house. So you know that there's going to be upkeep on it. They're saying that's your job as an adult to manage and handle that.
Have nobody. I can't even cry anymore because I am literally just at my wit's end, dude. I'm at my wit's end.
You could even be cleaning up and talking right now. You could be even cleaning up, setting this phone up and saying, look what these people did to me. Throw it in trash. Look what they doing. I'm going to be right back, y'all. I'm taking this to the dumpster. You could be cleaning and talking at the same time. You could pick up your phone, set it down in the kitchen. Yeah, so what I was saying is, and wash those dishes. But you're sitting down talking to us about how you're being done wrong instead of cleaning up.
So, I received that notice, and then they were supposed to come out to re-inspect to make sure I cured it and everything. So I did, and August 4th, like right before it, I busted my ass. I cleaned, I organized, did everything. Okay. I waited all day long on August 4th. Did anybody show up? No. Not a call, not a text message, not an email. They are the ones who failed to come and inspect on August 4th. So I honestly thought no news was good news, right? Didn't hear from them, did nothing. Moving forward, I get a random note on my door on August 27th, I think that was a Wednesday, saying that they were coming in to re-inspect the unit for the violation in July, which I was very confused. I was like, okay, we're a month later. What are we doing here? So I've been having issues again with my daughters and my baby daddy, and the girls haven't been going over to their dads. That's a whole nother story. Fast forward, I emailed the property manager, voicing my concerns. I'm like, hey, listen, this violation or this inspection or whatever should be void. You never came out. I have explained to you that my daughter has severe emotional issues. She will go through and Tasmanian devil through the apartment and literally rip through and undo everything that I've done. I am literally at a breaking point. Okay. I am one person. My car is falling apart. Okay. Every day it's like on a wish and a prayer. I have nobody. And then these people want to evict me, making me and my 3 kids homeless once again. And I haven't been able to work. I've been working odd jobs. Okay. And they want to put us back on the street. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So I'm hoping that I can use this platform to voice everything, voice my story. I am hoping there is someone on here that will pick my story up and promote it. Please, I am begging you all. Fast forward, watch it so I can get some sort of clout about this. This is not...
There's nothing that you can do. Like, you need to keep the unit clean. I see where you're coming from, but you need to keep the unit clean. That's what they're asking you to do. Well, my daughter comes through like a Tasmanian devil. We'll go through like a Tasmanian angel and clean it up. That was stupid. Anyway, you get it.
Me and my 6 kids are homeless now because of who you voted for. Donald Trump decided to change the guidelines for Section 8. I cannot believe this. Listen.
Okay, a mother of 6 is now homeless after losing her Section 8 housing voucher. So she is angry about the changes But the reality of her story shows exactly why the reform is needed. She has 6 children to care for, right? But she has not been working. Instead, she relied entirely on government aid to cover her rent. Now that the program is being tightened and
you remember that earlier on in the video, the woman, essentially what happened was the woman broke up with her boyfriend, kicked him out. He took whatever it was, information, to the office and said, hey, this woman is lying. They took her off of Section 8. And the woman telling the story was like, oh, this is your livelihood. You got to protect it. This is what she's thinking. This is what the lady that she's making an example out of is thinking. Well, this is my livelihood. And for you to cut down on my livelihood, even though they're clear, this is not supposed to be a long-term thing. You're supposed to do it until you get a job, or you get on your feet, or you go through some type of program to learn a trade or a skill.
under President Trump's guidelines, her safety net is gone. And she's faced with the responsibility she avoided for years and years and years, providing for her family through work. And this is the hard truth. Programs like the Section 8, they were designed as a temporary bridge, not a permanent lifestyle. For too long, able-bodied adults have used it as a way to avoid employment, while taxpayers foot the bill. So meanwhile, millions of working Americans, many of them with kids of their own, right, juggle multiple jobs to keep a roof over their heads without any help from the government.
They don't care about that. All they care about is keep sending that tax money in. Keep on sending that tax money in so I can get what I need. So I can go to the store and buy whatever I want, to do whatever I want to do. Because I'm not worried about putting into the pot. I'm just worried about taking from it. And now that somebody says no longer are you going to be able to do this, all of a sudden it's a problem.
Do we need men?
I don't personally think so. I'm doing fine without them.
Do we need men?
No.
Why?
We can do things ourselves.
Do we need men?
I don't think so, not really. Studies have shown you don't actually need them. I think they're great. Some of them are great. Sometimes you just don't need them.
10 years later.
I don't need no man.
Oh God, say it again.
I don't need no man.
Say it louder and like you fucking mean it, bitch.
I don't need no man.
That's what I thought. And what are you?
I'm a bad bitch.
That's what I fucking thought.
Meanwhile,
condo. I bought it myself. I have a car. I pay for my car insurance. I pay for everything. I pay for my clothes. I pay for gas. I have a wonderful job that I honestly, truly love. I go to the gym. I work on myself. And you're telling me that at the age of 24, I'm crying over a man when I have everything I need in my life.
Everything but a man. Which is the one thing she actually wants. All the other shit you just listed obviously doesn't want it because it doesn't make her happy.
Oh, it's great. They love it. But then they realize, and hopefully this is a course correction for you at your young age. Maybe money isn't all that it's cracked up to be. Maybe, just maybe, now it's great to have it. I love it. But maybe money can't buy the thing that I actually want. Maybe I need to start paying attention to the stuff that really matters.
Lady! I've got it! What the hell happened?
She wasn't holding it!
I went on that to the side!
What are you doing? He could literally fall off that ladder and hurt himself. Y'all don't focus enough. Y'all need to... Y'all talk about men not paying attention to the stuff, and then we see clips like this. Come on, man.
Well, one hand. Well, back. Roll it.
I've got it, Samuel, but it's like that fucking step. I've hurt me on my hand there because I was holding it.
You just need to put down it.
I was holding it. I've always just held it at the side.
Aye,
So because they come down this way, I didn't expect it to go close.
Not supposed to be doing that, ma'am.
So I'm all about women empowerment and, you know, girls can do everything that guys can do, but
But-
I'm going to say it. I'm in my 20s and I still can't change my own tire. So I'm sitting on the side of the road right now with 5 PSI in my tire, waiting for my lovely boyfriend to come rescue me because I'm a damsel in distress and can't change my own tire.
Why would you even say that with a boyfriend? Why would you even say that and you already have a man? This is what modern women do. They talk tough, they talk silly, and they have the help. It literally does not make any sense for you to make these claims when you have the help. What are we doing here?
I don't give a fuck, Keisha.
What are you doing? Did you just cut the... So this woman is strong and independent until this happens. Pipe down. Pipe down. 2 men, be grateful they were paying attention. 2 men had to come to your aid.
Another flight, the apple bottom nigga wanna bite. I just wanna have a good night. I just wanna have a good.
Well, you know what? Let me stop and give kudos to some of these women even trying this. Trial and error, baby. I just want to say the next time you say that men aren't doing anything and their job isn't important, just remember this.
So I'm sitting here scrolling through Raya and I'm just looking through the pics and hitting nope and hitting nope. And then it dawns on me, I just picture someone else just going through their phone, seeing pictures of me and just hitting nope. It's a very humbling thought.
It's not that you become invisible as you get older. It's that you stop attracting the wrong kind of attention. Your frequency is so finely tuned that you are no longer inviting in strangers.
So now you're a radio station. Keep going.
Only friends you haven't yet met who vibrate on the very same level as you. You are not invisible, my friend. Invincible, yes. Never invisible. And you have earned to move around in safety and peace the way you do. So respect the space you have built for yourself. You have done well.
These modern women haven't built anything though. Like literally nothing. I mean, there's a few of them that have built businesses and kudos to that. Like I give you respect for that, but y'all are not really building anything. Most of y'all are complaining about what's going on. Most of y'all are complaining about men not being men anymore. Men not building stuff for you guys. Most of y'all are upset that a man wants to have nothing to do with you. That's what we're seeing here.
Time for some real talk. We all know that dating sucks. Dating when you're over 40 sucks. Online dating culture sucks. Talking phases suck. Dating when you're a single parent, male or female, sucks. When you have your kids 100% of the time, it's almost impossible. But when you add to the fact that you are a 42-year-old mom bod living in the state with the smallest population to that, it really sucks. Because if you live in the state with the lowest population, you also live in the state with the lowest dating pool.
So I'm walking in the rain in central London, look, beautiful street, and I'm eating a cheese and pickle sandwich, if you know, you know. But the funny thing is, it's like I'm on my phone and nobody gives a shit because there's a raindrop around my head. Anyway, no one gives a shit because I'm over 50 and I'm invisible now.
Exactly. You guys thought that for some reason, maybe overconfidence, I'm not sure, but y'all were going to be in a man's view for a long, long time. And actually, to be honest with you, you were in your 20s and 30s maybe. But at some point in time, you're going to start having, basically y'all need to transition from looks heavy to wisdom heavy. How can I get this man to stay with me? How can I show more of my personality? You would have been, y'all's game never evolves. It's always, well, you know what? I'll just put on more makeup. I'll just go in and get this tucked and this put up and this fixed. And y'all need to be fixing y'all's attitude. Y'all need to be fixing y'all's mindset, but y'all never do that. That's why a man is not looking at you at your age, because you thought, oh, well, I'm hot stuff. I can get away with anything. I can do anything that I want. And you can't. And you're learning that right now. It's the same thing that other woman was learning. Well, I'm in a state where the population isn't enough and I got a mom bod and all that other stuff. Men, honestly, really don't care about that type of stuff. Unless you're just out of pocket with the way that you look. There's a lot of men that would go for you. But of course, the men in your state, I dare even say the men in your state, there's some dudes that want you. But of course, you probably have standards, right? And those standards are super high. And that's why you can't find anyone.
To everybody, nobody sees me. So I can do the bloody hell I want. And it's very freeing.
Why is it that the finest guys in the world, and also single, never leave the house? Is there a reason for that?
It's actually quite simple. A lot of guys that are single have really come to enjoy the peace and tranquility that often comes with that. And the easiest way to maintain that is to stay at home.
Something happens as we get older that I call the invisibility factor. Now, it happens to men too, but I think women are probably more attuned to it. As time marches on and our faces and our bodies start to change, we become less and less noticeable.
Well, I think you might be starting off wrong. You see, men already have been attuned to it, whether they like it or not, because y'all don't see half the men at all. Y'all don't think that men are people, and y'all say as much. And so now when y'all start hitting the wall and people quit noticing y'all like they used to, then all of a sudden you want to talk about, man, you know, there's this thing, there's this epidemic. There's this weird happening. Can you feel it? There's this weird shift around a certain age to where people don't give you the looks and the glimpse and the attention that they used to. What is that? Oh, this is something that we've been experiencing for years. It's not a foreign concept to us. Back when we used to compliment you and you used to say, "Get away from me, troll." That's what was happening. You're now experiencing that. When you want a man to come and buy you a drink, you're now experiencing a man saying, "Ooh, no, shouldn't you be at home with your kids?" I don't have any kids. Exactly. Because you spent all your time rejecting the men that you probably should have been paying attention to. And this is what you get. But go ahead.
Particularly to younger people. Now listen, the beauty of getting older is that you stop giving a shit what other people think. You know who you are. You've stepped into your power. You don't need external sources of validation to fuel your self-esteem.
Don't sound like it.
And yet, I'd be lying if I didn't tell you that I am aware that I am less visible, and there are times where I'm a little conflicted about it.
Visibility. There's a phenomenon that happens to women over 50 and maybe a little sooner for others. You
see what I mean? It's a phenomenon now. When men were saying this back in their 20s, getting ignored, and now they built themselves up and now y'all are giving them attention. And then when y'all's visibility starts going down. I didn't say your value, I said your visibility. People stop noticing you so much, then all of a sudden, this is a phenomenon. Like, this has never happened.
Start to feel invisible, almost devalued. Ageism for women, although it's gotten better, is still a real thing. We don't value our elders in the United States like they do in some other countries like Japan. I do think women over 50 want to be visible still. Things may have changed on the outside, few more gray hairs and lines, etc. But we still have a lot of wisdom and value to offer this world. So that's what I meant by visibility.
Okay, if someone ghosts you, this is the best way to get them to respond. You say, hey, honestly, I've been noticing that you're not responding. And if you ever want to see your family again, you will text me back. Works every time.
Are you crazy?
There is literally no place I'd rather be than dating in my 30s right now. I am approaching it from such a different lens than in my 20s. I pictured myself aggressively dating. Like, how could I possibly take a night off of the week? Like, I need to find a husband. Guys, I'm being serious. That is exactly how I pictured myself in this. And it is just simply not the reality.
Okay, I have a question. Who should pay on the first date? Is it the guys that are meant to pay or the girls that are meant to pay?
You know, they start asking these questions. They start acting silly. Like the woman I was talking about, what did she say? If you need to text me back if you want to see your family again. You know, that's funny to me. But just think about the bigger picture. Women have to start these tricks and these gimmicks to get a man's attention. When you had it when you were young, you could have just used that. You just kept the momentum. And now you're trying to, oh, I want the spark back. I want that old thing back. Oh, I want them to. I think one woman in the comments said, I went from being able to stop traffic. I went from being able to stop traffic to being ignored. And why is that? And what did we learn? Unfortunately, we learned too late. I should jump on an opportunity whenever I have it. Now y'all are asking these questions. I mean, my God, I don't necessarily agree with a man having to pay every single time you go on a date. But if that's what you're able to get and you squander it, think about this. You squander it in your young days on just, oh, I'm just going on this date, I'm going on that date, instead of trying to find your husband. You used up that opportunity. It's gone now. And even these young women, y'all got very little time with these young brothers before they see you coming from afar and they say, oh, I'm not doing that. And so even the young ladies now are having to ask this question. How come I can't get a man to pay my stuff? Who's supposed to pay? Do I pay? Because I really like this man and it don't seem like he really liked me back. So I'm willing to put in a little bit more effort.
And if you are continually going on dates, should the guy continually keep paying for all the dates or should the girl, or do you take it in turns? I don't know. I'm having an argument with a friend at the minute, discussion on who should pay for dates. Do you get turned off if a girl doesn't offer to pay? Do people get turned off at 50-50? I don't know who's meant to pay for what dates anymore.
Girls think that they want to date a high value man until he starts calling you out for not taking responsibility, before he starts holding you accountable, before he has higher standards for you than you have for yourself. We're going to talk about.
Keep on trying to tell you guys that y'all are not as advanced as you think you are. You guys think that, hey, I'm so far in front of the guy. You're not. Especially these guys that you're going after. The only real difference a lot of times in some of these situations is that the guy just has more money than the regular average everyday guy. He was just able to flip a couple of things and get a little bit more money. But if you go on the block and start asking some of these brothers out here, hey, how do you be successful? How are you successful in life? The stuff that they tell you is mind-blowing. Man, I've been paying coaches. I've been paying motivational speakers and try to get the knowledge that you just gave me. I know, because I've lived a little bit And I've been around the block a little bit. So I know just a few little tips about how to thrive, about how to do what I need to do out in this world. Y'all be going to these men and thinking, well, I can say anything, I can do anything because I'm so far advanced. And then these men hit you with that type of stuff. Y'all need to learn, start listening.